through the sidewalk to the backside. We were sitting there for close to 2 hours, and we had probably moved maybe 100 feet, something like that. Like, everyone was confused. No one knew what was going on. We're all asking questions. We finally heard someone said, "Hey."
At center. And David.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Howard in at the 5. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Now here's Beverley. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, Green. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. He feeds it to James. Howard with it. Zubac's defending. They're running. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the triple.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Pulls up from the corner. Offensive rebound. Davis on the follow.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder, size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunity.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Morris finds Leonard. Drains the three-pointer.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Green passes to Howard. Caldwell-Pope outside. Back to Howard. 6 to shoot. Pass to LeBron. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And here's James outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
A terrific flush from Anthony Davis there. When he's given room to fly like that, he's going to take off.
Beverley against James. And it's Beverley missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Davis kicks to James. Outside Howard. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see, because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
Feeds to Green. It's stolen by Morris. George dishes to Morris. It's stolen by Green. Here's Caldwell-Pope. They kick it out to Green. Now the pass to Kuzma. From deep, here's Davis. Tries yet again. They now take the lead. Davis has got 6.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Williams against James. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up on Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Here's James. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to. And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Williams. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Rondo kicks to Caruso. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
From deep, Williams. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the... Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level.
That's where I put really a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Green. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And Harrell's in at the center position. Green, no luck.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Kuzma, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Clippers trail by 9. Williams looking around. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Harrell kicks to Shamet. Jackson passes to Harrell. Goes back up. Kept alive. Passes it to Shamet. Williams with a clean look. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers leading by 9. Caruso, the pass to Rondo. Lakers working the ball around now. Out to the wing. Pocket 6. Taken away by Williams. Here's Jackson. And contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
2. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Three-pointer. But they recover it. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Clippers trail by 8.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Caruso kicks to Morris. Shot clock at 5. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Beverly dishes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Pass to Caruso. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. So for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And Paul George is subbed in for Jackson. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. Caldwell Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green is checked in for Alex Caruso. And LeBron subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Leonard with the steal. From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubas. And the Lakers also making a switch. McGee's checked in. The drive by James. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for LeBron. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Outside, George. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by McGee. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Here's Williams. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. He kicks it to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. That free throw, no good.
When you talk to opposing coaches and how they scheme for LeBron James, the amazing thing is they talk about how he sees every facet of the game, not just what he needs to run, but how it is that he can make it difficult for opposing offenses.
Stolen by McGee. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. They kick it out to Green. On the wing, James. That one, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at James, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Davis for 3. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And that one's good. Green.
A great assist there from LeBron. Going to try to set the table all night.
Clippers trail by 9. And here's Beverly. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Nice to see LeBron have a straight line drive. Somebody fell asleep there.
The Clippers shooting just 31% in the game. Green against George.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And that one drops for him. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for James.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
There's Jackson with the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And stolen by Kuzma. 3 on 3. Here's Rondo. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rondo's got his first basket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Leonard inside. He's against Kuzma. And Leonard gets it to go. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
The Lakers another fast break chance right here. And the shot is good. Rondo's got his second basket of the night.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
To the paint. Pope loose. Davis with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Rondo. They shoot again. And Davis lays it in. Davis has got 10.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Get there.
Outside Jackson. And 1:01 left in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Caruso. Back to Rondo. And the pass to Kuzma. From the arc. They get it again. Davis on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Shamet the pass to Leonard. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers leading by 19. Here's Davis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Jackson finds Morris. Outside Jackson. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Great contest from AD there. Always a legitimate threat.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Lakers on top, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Patrick Beverley out there with Williams. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Well, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
Passes to Williams. Now Harrell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's George missing. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Harrell kicks to George. Beverley wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for Davis. Smith comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Cook subbed in for James.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Williams. He sinks the 11-footer.
Well, this is what gets his teammates going. The veteran Williams shaking and making the defense work. That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Cook, the pass to Bradley. Baseline jumper. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Bradley kicks to Cook. Smith for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Leonard. Hits the layup after this sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, pardon me.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell-Pope comes in for J.R. Smith. Danny Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And James subbed in for Quinn Cook.
And I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. The three from Leonard. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's Green with the three. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Davis.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Both teams will make substitutions. The free throw drops for Leonard.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Fires from deep. Patterson. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. And here's the Lakers. They have a 19-point lead. And again, the Lakers no good. Leonard inside, guarded by McGee.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry.
Someone said, hey, we hear that the line is shorter at the Roswell Library. And we figured since we've been sitting in this line for 2 hours, like, we might as well go try somewhere else. So we get in the car, we drive about 25 minutes to the next library, and same issue. And you can see the line starting from the door and going around the parking lot and going to the back of the library. So we waited another.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus.
Kevin, thank you very much.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. James against Doncic. Left side, Davis. Howard. Porzingis with the rebound. Caldwell Pope against Hardaway. Up top, Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Howard. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
James with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Here's Green, following the score by Dallas. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Hardaway goes in from 18 feet away, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Pick off in midair.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway with a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. 4-point game.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Over in the corner, Doncic. Now the feed to Powell from 15 feet away. 5 on the clock. Porzingis can't hit.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And Davis gets it to go.
Get Anthony Davis in transition before the defense can set up. It gives him a lot of options.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Kuzma. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Finney-Smith kicks to Curry. Fires for 3. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. McGee with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Here's Curry. McGee with the block. And he gets it back. Curry passes to Brunson. Tries again. And it's good off the back rim and in.
This is what you do when your opponents try to take away the three and the painted area.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Rondo is so tricky. Consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. And it's Wright in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Curry. Pass to Kleba. To the left wing. Pass to Curry. Tries from 10. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Caruso. And he banks in the layup. The Mavericks leading. Inside. The shot by Cauley-Stein. No good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result. Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center. He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Lakers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Kuzma. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Solid at fighting through contact. I like how Kuzma accepts these challenges and converts. The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
Stolen by Brunson. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dallas moving the ball around. And it's Wright missing. Lakers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Offensive rebound. McGee. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Los Angeles, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. That's good from McGee.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from McGee. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right side. And finished off by Wright.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. It's Curry outside. Good on the triple. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The defense fell asleep on the inbounds play and totally forgot about the perimeter jumper. The offense burned him there.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loved.
For me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Curry is out there with Maxi Kleba. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the 5 down low. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
To the middle. It's deflected and stolen by Wright. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Morris outside. Here's Caruso. The shot that time not on target. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Stolen by McGee. Morris kicks to Kuzma. Curry with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Pass to Wright. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The three. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass. This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Morris finds Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Curry. Hardaway's checked in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Davis. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic against Howard. And stolen by James. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Thanks for joining.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Lakers trail by 8. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope. And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Right with it. Now Green defending. Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got his first bucket of the night.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Ball's knocked loose. And there's the pass to Doncic. Jacks up a 3. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. Trailing here by 8. And James throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Kleba with it, picked up by Davis. Here's Porzingis. Second chance shot out to Doncic. Dallas again missing.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
I love AD's ability to track the ball off the miss. He got it and scored.
Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Curry. Porzingis looking it over. Back to Curry. The 3. They get the rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down hard.
They're at their best when LeBron pushes. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's James. The shot comes out. Curry on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. And Seth Curry hits from deep. Curry's got 21.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Lakers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Kuzma with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Kuzma. 58 seconds left in the third. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Powell. Curry with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavs. James, the pass to Green. And the layup's good off the glass. Green's got his first points of the game.
This is something Danny has been working on, putting the ball on the floor and taking it strong.
Howard with it. Pass to LeBron. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Doncic.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
The deep three from Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
They are still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. And the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Mavericks leading by 10. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Seth Curry is out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's Kuzma. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Teams try to play Kuzma physical, but he has the strength to power right through contact.
Left side Curry shoots. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Curry. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. It's a 10-point game. Davis kicks to Kuzma. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Dallas leading by 9. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Down low, Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Doncic against Rondo. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
All the officials are all over that one.
First one falls for him.
What I love about AD, he doesn't just have a well-rounded game. He's elite at both ends of the floor.
And both free throws good for Davis.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Powell trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Doncic.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Porzingis with the block. Doncic feeling it out. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
Controlling the defensive glass has been a problem here tonight.
Lakers trail by 11. Kuzma finds Caldwell Pope. Rondo wide open. And the Lakers with another miss. Dallas shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And the dunk by James.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Powell. Out to the right wing. Back to Porzingis from past the arc. And James pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Misses from short range. Dallas leading by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Dallas.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game. And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's Caldwell Pope. The shot off that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. To the paint. Here's Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's a nice pass. The patience of LeBron to let the play develop.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by LeBron. No good from outside.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups. That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
From deep three-point range. And it's Doncic missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The putback. Yes!
This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
Off on that one. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. This win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. First.
the front of the line, and you see that it's just basically understaffed. Everyone who was working in there, every volunteer was a Black woman, and they're probably 50 to 60. And, we keep talking about like who could be infected by COVID at the highest rates, and it is the African American community. They're risking their life to come and work at these polling sites. And
a stunning view of the moon over our and with pregame.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
On the wing, George hands it from downtown.
I'll tell you, his ability to stretch the floor is crucial to this team. Pretty play.
Leonard with the steal. And here's the break. Outside, George. To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Leonard. There's the pass to Beverley. Off target from 3-point range. Here we go, one-on-one. Doncic against Leonard, and it's Doncic missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, this guy is such an astute offensive player. Marcus Morris is solid at realizing when it's his opportunity to take the shot.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Beverley. The Mavericks making the shot. On the wing, Morris. Offensive rebound, Zubac. Leonard inside, misses it from 7 feet out. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
And it's Leonard missing. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Porzingis trying to get free. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Los Angeles with another miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
And Beverley kicks to Morris. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double to the right side. Beverley wide open. And the 3 off target. Dallas shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field. And Doncic hits it to go. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And the Clippers have possession. The Mavericks making the shot. Beverly the pass to George. To the middle. Zubac kicks to Morris. That three off the mark. Dallas leading by 4. Inside. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. And here we go. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Here's Doncic. Oh, good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 4. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Zubac finds Beverly, and the wide open shot from Morris. A three-pointer, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got 5 now.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's Dallas up by 4. And we'll get... Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback shoot.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Curry. Maxi Kleber is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Outside Curry. There's the 3. Rebound by Harrell. Clippers trail by 6. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys, they're hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Curry outside. Right, the pass to Kleber. Now the dish to Curry. They get it back. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Brunson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Now, here's Shamet. Cauley-Stein defending, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lou Williams.
You've got to respect the range of Lou Williams. This guy is a threat to score from anywhere.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Williams looking around. Jackson finds Shamet. And here's Jackson. From deep, Harrell trying to free himself up. Williams' shot is off.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Jackson comes over with the double. Lets it fly. Another miss by Curry.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And here in the 2nd quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And a deep 3 from Curry.
just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Here's Harrell, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Seth Curry. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Williams. The Mavericks trailing. Cauley Stein goes in. And Wright kicks to Kleba. Cauley Stein at the elbow. Back to Hardaway. To end the drought. And it's good on the layup.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Shamet the pass to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Now Shamet for the three. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Doncic outside. Takes a three. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Here's Wright. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Green. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic dishes to Powell. The kick out to Wright. The three for Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball, and that one's good. George.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Paul George with the steal. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, the length of Paul George creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
No good that time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny and the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with the bits of Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Hardaway with the steal. Down low, here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Porzingis, and it falls over the rim and in. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, he is so comfortable with his superstar status in the league. Porzingis excellent on the catch and shoot.
Here's Leonard. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here's Marjanovic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Marjanovic has got his first points in this one.
That makes 3 in a row to start the 2nd half.
Out to Morris. Launches it. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Los Angeles, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts, and the technical free throw is good.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Green against Curry. Shot clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
But only the first miss of the 2nd half. They've come out here with authority.
And it's Green missing. Mavericks trail by 5. Pass break, Dallas. Hardaway with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Cauley-Stein. Taken away by Williams. Here we go, one-on-one. Lob pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer. He is a high flyer.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Williams passes to Harrell. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside Williams. Harrell kicks to Jackson. Williams with a clean look. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Shamet on the wing. Beverly, the pass to Shamet. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Morris. No good on the three.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Curry outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, you cannot let Seth Curry have room to shoot on the perimeter. You are asking for trouble.
Morris outside. Beverly for three. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
It's stolen by Curry. From deep. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Beverly. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Mavericks trail by 7. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Leonard, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And Doncic gets it to go.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
Shamet kicks to Leonard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Paul George. That's his first personal foul.
Curry against George. Curry passes to Porzingis. From deep.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Curry can't get it to go. Count that one. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter. George looking around. Left side, Leonard. To the paint. The kick out to Williams. And here's Morris for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
The three for Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers leading by 7. Williams inside, guarded by Powell. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Kawhi Leonard has averaged 25-plus across multiple seasons. We are talking about an elite scorer.
Porzingis can't hit.
I know he wants to answer the three that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And Doncic throws it down.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Outside Leonard. Outside for George. Lets the three fly. Powell pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Doncic outside. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And George, here we go. It's deflected.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Los Angeles.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
The three for Doncic. Knocks down the three ball.
Man, that is ridiculous range from Luka Doncic. Yes, step across half-court line, I'm in my range.
Left side, Williams. Passes it to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Up again. It's good on the putback.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
From deep. And it's Doncic missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pulls up. Can't get it to fall. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And in. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
sites, and I don't want the burden of being a volunteer to be on the 50 to 60-year-old black woman. So it's important that we as young people who feel healthy and feel comfortable go out there and make sure that people are able to exercise their right to vote. All told, the adventure of voting ended up taking about
Kevin, thanks.
Sure does, D.A. Thank you so much. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward. Now, here is Morris. Green with the rebound.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ball game. Morris passes to Zubac. Morris into the lane. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
On the wing, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
James looking it over. Over Beverly. Gets a hand on it. Davis on the follow.
Showing some intensity there. I like how Davis attacks the offensive glass and comes up with second chance baskets.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Nobody near Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense to when his guys are open.
Down low. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Caldwell Pope. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And George kicks to Zubac. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
George passes to Beverly. Morris into the lane. And foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing that that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And stolen by Harrell. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now here's Williams. Here's George. Oh, the power on that through down.
Wow. And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
He's looking for Williams and finds him. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Morris. Williams kicks to Leonard. And here's Morris for three. The rebound by the Lakers.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
They grabbed their own miss. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
In the corner, it's Morris. Outside, George. He dishes it to Harold. McGee with the block.
When we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass.
What a scorer this guy is. Inside, outside, mid-range. Williams is capable of doing damage from anywhere.
And here's LeBron outside. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Davis. Alex Caruso comes in for Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for James. The Clippers also changing it up. Green is checked in for Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Howard. Markieff Morris is out there with Green. It's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2-guard. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Jackson with the drive. No good. That would have tied it.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson against Rondo. Morris into the lane. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Morris is more than willing to put it on the deck. I like seeing the big man take it to the rack.
Outside Jackson. The pass to Zubac. Shamet kicks to Jackson. Right side Green. Just 5 to shoot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
To the middle, Caruso. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Caruso's got his first bucket in this one.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
Jackson against Rondo. Jackson passes to Green. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And he makes that one. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, love the strength of Morris. Even with suffocating defense, he wheels these shots in.
Jackson dishes to Beverly. Passes it to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Green gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Inside, here's Caruso. And he makes good on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Oh, that's a welcome sign for sure. Now, when Howard is looking to pass, it makes his team more dangerous.
Pass to Shamet. To the inside. Now Beverly. And here is Shamet, guarded by Green. Here's Jackson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Green passes to Caruso. Howard, that's good. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Yep, it counts. Green's got 8.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Outside, Green to the wing right side. Here's Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Never easy trying to mark Howard. I mean, he's terrific at forcing the issue and getting the foul call.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Morris. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And James subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is Morris. A 3 from Leonard. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Lakers leading by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Harrell slams it in.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
LeBron drives in. Harrell trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by Morris. At the elbow, it's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's James, and the rejection by Harrell. Here's George, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a... Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at center. And George, here we go. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there. And see where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, G.A. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. Tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
The blinding speed of Caldwell-Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from George.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Leonard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
James, the putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Tips it. Harrell on the follow. Harrell's got his second basket.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now, here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Outside, George. That one goes. Count it.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Danny Green. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverley.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's George finishing it off. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
They get it back. James, and it's sent back by George.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And Harrell slams it in.
And with toughness and physicality,
Harrell can simply overpower opponents offensively.
And it's sent back by Morris. Pass to Harrell. And stolen by James. To the middle. And Kuzma slams it in.
Backed by an aggressive offensive mindset, Kuzma attacks the rim with force.
Here's Leonard. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lakers passing it around. Here's Caldwell Pope. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here.
And Caldwell Pope just has unreal timing on defense. If you put up something soft, he's going to send it back.
George passes to Leonard. The second chance effort. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Up top, Kuzma. On the wing, James. He's guarded by Williams. And that one, good. LeBron's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do. Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And it's McGee penetrating. Great D that time from Harrell.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. Clippers ahead. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Then it's Green. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5.
And you can see that Jackson has put a lot of work in on his mid-range J. Definitely a legitimate threat from him.
Out to the right wing. Inside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Davis.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the results.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And the Lakers call time here. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you, and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
You give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
The pass to Shamet. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Jackson dishes to Beverly. Fires the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Caruso. And the rejection by Jackson. Davis finds Rondo. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Down low. And that one's good by LeBron. James has got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Here's Shamet, and Davis sends it back.
And you see how the Browns led the league in swats. Not only the wingspan, but the awareness.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? So, for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here's Beverly. Outside Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverly.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's James, and the rejection by Zubac. And it's Davis finishing it off. The Clippers trail. Outside Leonard. It's stolen by Davis. And up before again for the Lakers running the court. 2 points. That one goes.
Oh, count on the steadfast player like Rondo. I mean, when you need it most, he delivers.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George, and that one is good. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's LeBron. Davis kicks to Rondo. Good work defensively by Morris.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
George, no good. And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Caruso. Morris with the rebound.
He's got to do a better job making the D pay for their mistakes.
Here's George. Out to Morris. Zubac the pass to George. Another shot. He lays it in. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Leonard, great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
And Howard with the second chance points.
He is so experienced in these situations. I love seeing Howard welcome the chance to be here.
And Morris throws it down.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And the rejection by Leonard. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Good.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Working as hard as anybody for that rebound. That's not an easy one to corral.
In the corner, it's Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. It's good.
And this is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here too. Williams is checked in. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Green is checked in for Rajon Rondo. 26 seconds left in the game. And here's Morris for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get it to the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
And that quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback. And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Outside Williams. And here's Leonard from three. Missed. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This win, such a tremendous... David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
hours. After we voted, my mom and I vowed, like, we're going to do early voting and be the first people in line as soon as the opportunity presents itself. And I know that by voting early, it'll allow me to actually volunteer on November 3rd. Wherever they need us, we'll be there. If that's just directing people into a line, I'll do that. If that's helping people actually cast their ballot, I'll do that.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon over. And before we get going, let's...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Always looking to bring his guys with him. Thanks, David. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Howard in at center. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
The shot from the low post is good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim. And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Goodness! That was special. Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head. Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Back to Powell. Doncic against LeBron. Doesn't go that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Doncic with it, picked up by Davis, and the dunk by Doncic.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Hit it down, hard, and simple.
And the dunk by Doncic.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Green kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Green. Lakers working the ball around now. James misses.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And it's Doncic missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And they're able to recover. And Howard with the stuff. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. The offensive rebound. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 2. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And Davis puts it in.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
Here's Doncic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Curry's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Mavericks. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Right wing. And McGee kicks to Caruso. Offline with his three. Mavericks leading by 3. Curry wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rondo passes to Kuzma. A 3 from Morris. It's good from long range. Morris has got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Brunson, no good. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Out left to the wing. Here's Rondo, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. The shot's good from McGee. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Brunson kicks to Curry. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Curry against Rondo. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Rondo.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Curry from deep three-point land. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top as they end the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll get going after this from the Americans.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability.
Now having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
So for the Lakers right now, they've got JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2-guard. Here's Wright. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Wright's got his first 2 points. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Brunson against Rondo, and he converts the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Caruso, the pass to McGee, and he gets it to go.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Brunson finds Wright on its way from Curry for 2, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Mavericks lead by 2. Lakers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5.
And Clark, the second time was the charm for Seth Curry. Last season, he returned to Dallas after they let him go to Portland for a year.
Greg, sometimes we've seen it on the court, sometimes we see it in life. I mean, you don't miss something until you don't have it. And Seth is more than just a shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's also a very reliable ball handler. He's unselfish. He doesn't take anything for granted. He plays hungry. And Dallas realized the mistake they'd made and went about correcting it.
Here's Curry. Pass to Kleba. Now Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Curry outside. And another shot to the wing on the left. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
And there's the feed to call his time. Back to Brunson. Kleba with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Curry outside. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. To the paint. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Brunson scanning the floor. The kick out to Wright. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Pass to Caruso. And here is Morris. Dishes it to McGee. Passes it to Caruso. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And the Lakers with another miss. Mavericks trail by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. And Davis sends it back.
Davis's anticipation and timing. So good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot blocking machine.
It's deflected. And it's the Mavericks on the break. All going up court. They need this one. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Doncic.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. And LeBron, now late in his career, still playing at a very high level, obviously. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron's age?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Green dishes to James. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hardaway, no good. The Lakers in the lead. Caldwell Pope left side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, he's a guy who looks for his shot often. He's energetic and outstanding at forcing the issue. Caldwell Pope is his name.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And it's a valuable tool. kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Howard finds Green, connects from three-point range. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
For the tie, the rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Howard, the pass to Caldwell Pope. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Davis. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Davis has got 6 points.
Boy, AD showing you how strong and willing to work he is because that was a difficult bucket there.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Lakers leading by 4. And now here's Davis, the fast break opportunity. Here's Howard outside for Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Davis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. He's got 8.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Knocked away. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Hardaway with it. He's picked up by LeBron.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
The 3 for Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Davis, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There are very few that can handle and battle with Davis inside. I mean, he's got really tremendous strength and agility and a nice touch.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell, and it's Seth Curry in for Hardaway. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And the pass to Kuzma, out to the right wing. Second shot opportunity. Rondo gets the bucket. Rondo's got 7 points in the game.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Mavericks trail by 10. So for the Lakers right now, up front it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. And it's Rondo in at the point.
He's gaining more and more confidence over time from deep. Seth Curry proving he's got touch from out there.
No one near James as he lets it go. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Curry with the three. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Lakers leading by 7. Outside Rondo. In the corner it's James. Rondo finds Kuzma. Here's Davis. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's Doncic. LeBron with the block.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block going to put a major bounce in his step.
Caldwell Pope passes to Rondo. Davis, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Davis. And stolen by James. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds. And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Here's Curry with the 3. Offensive rebound Mavericks. And Doncic is right there.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks trail by 10. Hardaway up top. Over to the left wing. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Doncic outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
On the wing, Green. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
From deep three-point range, Doncic, no good. Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. To the middle. Howard kicks to Green. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
Weight room muscle on display there, James. Even when he gets hit, he can still score.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 11-point game. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Poked away. Here's Davis. Green finds Caldwell Pope, and a wide-open look for Howard. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas with the ball, trailing by 13. And, yes, it's good.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Doncic with it. He's picked up by LeBron. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hardaway for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Hardaway has got it back down to within single digits for Dallas. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. But they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David, thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
either way, I just want to be, you know, a smiling, positive force, making sure that everyone feels safe and has the right to vote.
And next week, Trae Young hosts another installment of More Than a
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. Now, here's Doncic. Hardaway with a wide-open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Morris kicks to George. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Doncic passes to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Doncic against Beverley. Powell. It's hauled in by Zubac.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Nobody near George. Great look, but off the mark.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Finney Smith. Off target from 3-point range.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Pass to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Morris throws it down.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
Quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Here's Porzingis. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Beverley against Doncic. And he gets the bucket.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Out to Hardaway. A 3 from Porzingis. It's hauled in by George.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Pass to Finney Smith. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
And that's going to give some pause to the offenses. Harrell playing the role of intimidator.
Shoots over Brunson. Jackson finds Green. Now here's Harrell. Over Cauley Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You think about a player like Harrell, who sometimes maybe the environment around him is really helpful for him to realize his full potential in the NBA. His teammates certainly feed off his intensity.
Now here's Wright to stop the run. Here's Curry. Rebounded by Jackson.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Mavericks trail by 14. Curry on the wing. Shoots the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Shamet on the wing. Back to Jackson. Pass to Shamet. The 3 ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Down low. Shamet with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And Harrell slams it in.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Dallas has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Here's Wright, and finished off by Wright.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Cauley Stein. Seth Curry is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Wright in at the 3 spot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 14-point game. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Green dishes to Williams. Williams double team. Knocks it loose. Jackson passes to Shamet. The shot misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Green with the ball. Out defended by Cauley Stein. Here's Shamet, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Wright looking around. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Seth Curry. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Dallas with it. Porzingis against Beverly. Takes it from 10. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers leading by 9. George, that's a two-pointer. And the Clippers miss again.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament, get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. Leonard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Yep, it counts. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 15. Looking to end the run. Doncic, no good.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Outside Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Count it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Kleber, no good.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Zubac kicks to Shannon. The Clippers keep it alive. Outside for Jackson. No good with the triple. Mavericks trail by 20. Now Curry. He has 5. The 3 for Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Williams passes to Green. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
And Doncic, here we go.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. To the inside, Beverley, and off the glass. That one's good. Beverley's got 6 points. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the dunk by Powell.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And here's Leonard from 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Porzingis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
For the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Curry comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
With Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And Williams, here we go. The shot's good on the assist by George.
He's so good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
And that one drops.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And George kicks to Williams. 1:31 left to play in the third. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Brunson, good.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Green inside. Kleba on him. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Wright.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They grab their own miss. Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleba. But they'll get another chance. Here's the 3. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
Not sure how he finds himself. It's so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Shamet. And now the Clippers on the break. Loads it up there for Harrell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's Curry with the 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams with a clean. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That one falls.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Leonard dishes to Morris. A putback. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 21. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Doncic. That one good for 2. Doncic has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Leonard on the wing. Morris. Back to Leonard. And there's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
From deep. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there, and he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Paul George, he's checked in for Jackson. Hardaway with the steal. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that three.
Clippers leading by 16. Morris passes to Zubac. Goes up to the stripe. Kicks it out to Leonard. And here's Morris for three. And again, no good by the Clippers. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. The Clippers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Fast break, Dallas. And he jams it with authority.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Zubac kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 16. Beyond the arc. Powell dishes to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 12 points now in the quarter.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go, Mavericks running again. Kept alive. Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. The three for Doncic. No good, shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. They lead by 17. Man passes to Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic. First free throw is good.
At the line, your Clippers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Doncic missing. John Patterson kicks to Magruder. It's stolen by Marjanovic. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kleber, no good. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assist.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Marjanovic. And that time, also a missed shot. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Baer.